Hello Balloon World, I'm Michael Flood, your balloon twister, and this time I'm going to teach you how to make BB8 from Star Wars. This is a simple design, but it's also very, very difficult. Because we're only using 2 round balloons, we're going to have to marriage twist them together. So there's a good chance they're going to pop on you. That's the difficult part. The simple part is that there's only one twist. Why use round balloons? Because if you use the long skinny ones, it ends up looking like a duck and a pumpkin had a baby. Plus, by using 2 round balloons, you get this head bobble action, which I think really captures the character. Let me show you how to make it. For this design, you'll need 2 5-inch rounds. They're called 5-inch rounds because you can blow them up round to 5 inches. If you don't have these in your balloon bag yet, I definitely recommend getting some. I use them for all kinds of things. Get your first 5-inch round and inflate it all the way. You'll start to notice that when you inflate it all the way, it gets egg-shaped. You want to deflate it until it goes back to being round, about there. Now we're going to try to twist it here at the bottom to try to lock in that round shape. Pinch it there, and then tie a knot there at the bottom. This can be tricky. That accomplishes 2 things. It gives us a pretty round balloon without it going all egg-shaped on us. It also gives us a healthy amount of slack to attach it to the other balloon. Next, get your other 5-inch round and inflate it to the size of a large lemon or a small orange. You don't want it to be too big. You can see that in comparison, this one is much smaller. We're going to tie the knot really high on the nozzle, almost to the end. We want it to look like that. The reason is so that we can push the air up into the neck when we're doing the twisting together. Trust me, you're going to need that. But for now, push all the air down to the bottom, and you want to have it really firm on the bottom. Now comes the one and only twist, and this is the tricky part. We're going to take the nozzle here and put it at the end of our finger. On the other hand, we're going to hold this balloon. We're going to squeeze all the air this way. We're then going to push our finger with the nozzle into the balloon, pushing all the air towards the knot at the other side. With me so far? My finger is actually inside of the balloon. Now I'm going to try to grab a hold of that nozzle from the outside, and it popped on me. See? I told you, that's the difficult part. It's even more difficult when you're going slowly to show somebody. Once again, we're going to take the nozzle, we're going to push it in through the bottom, and this will push all the air up to the nozzle. I'm going to grab a hold of the nozzle from the outside, gently remove my finger without popping it. You should have something that looks like that. If I let go, it'll all come undone. So now I'm going to twist it on this side and give it a really good twist. Once you have it twisted in there nice and tight, go ahead and push it back out a little bit. And you want to make sure you keep that hole there in the center. And you only want to push it out enough to where you have a little bit of a head bobble. And there we go, 1 BB8. Now we just have to do the art. Before I go on with the art, I want to give you a good look at this. You can see that it's just twisted right in there, and the attachment is right there. So there's only that little bit of slack connecting those 2 things together. Because it's only 1 twist, you can do this really quickly, but it takes a lot of practice. So start practicing now, because everybody's going to be asking you for one. Trust me, they will. And on to the art! For the art, I recommend a white paint marker, an orange marker, a silver marker, and a black marker. I know technically he's like a goldenrod color, but I only have an orange marker. We're going to start by drawing the eyes on. And by eyes, I mean the lens. We're going to draw a round, large eye right in the front center. Which side is front? That is completely up to you. And then we're going to fill it all the way in. Then on one side of that eye, we're going to do a much smaller little lens. So it looks just like that. Next, get out your orange marker. We're going to draw a ring all the way around the top of the head, and it should be just barely below the top of the eye. Drawing a full ring around can be difficult, so you might want to break it up into smaller lines. It doesn't have to be perfect, you just got to get sort of close. Now we're going to draw a second ring on the bottom of the head, just below where the second lens is. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now we're going to do those circles on his body. I noticed that there are 6 circles in total, and they're basically the top, bottom, front, back, left, and right side, as if it were a die. So go ahead and pick any spot, it doesn't matter, and draw one on the top, one on the bottom. I like to hold it sort of tilt like this and make this the top and this the bottom. So there's 1 circle. I'll go on the opposite side and draw the other. So I have 1 there and 1 there. Now I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees and draw 1 here. They don't have to be perfect, as long as they're sort of circle-ish. I don't know, is that circle-ish? I should have done a little bit better job, but practice makes perfect. And I'm going to be making a lot of these later, I know. So now that we have those 4, we're going to do one on the bottom and one on the top. Now you're not going to really see the bottom, so I'm only going to do the one on the top. Put your cap back on your orange marker, but we're going to use this again later. Next, get out your silver marker. Draw a small little circle around the small lens. See? Just like that. On the top of the head, draw a small circle on the inside of the orange circle. Now on the bottom of the head, draw another circle on the bottom of the orange circle. And now we're done with the head. You can already see the character come to life. Now on each one of these circles, we're going to make a little bit of a pattern. It's not going to be exactly true to character, but it will be quick. Draw an X that goes from the perimeter of the circle down to the center. Just like that. Now pick two sides that are opposite of each other and shade them in. So it should look like that. Now do that for each one of the circles. Now that I've done the gray bits inside of each circle, I'm going to use my orange marker again, and coming in from the orange circle, I'm going to draw a little tiny tab where the gray meets the white. And there we go, we're done with all the art. You don't have to do all of this art. You can pick whatever parts you like and leave whatever you don't. But I think the extra effort is definitely noticeable. He's so cute! And we're done with our BB8. But there's one more thing. You'll notice that if you let go of this, he sort of falls over because he's top heavy. I'm going to show you something sort of cool you can do. We're going to make a charging port for him to sit in. Get a gray 260 out and inflate it halfway. Put some out and tie. Give it a squeeze and a stretch. We're going to make a triangle with a pinch twist on each corner. So we're going to start with a pinch twist. About an inch. Take the knot and twist it into here. Give the balloon a squeeze and a stretch. We want to make a section about 4 inches long. Then repeat the steps again. Make another pinch twist. 1 inch bubble. Hold it over. Pinch it, pull it, twist it. Followed by another long section. The same length. Then we do it one more time. 1 inch bubble. Hold it over. Pinch it, pull it, twist it. And another section 4 inches long. So all 3 sections here are the same length. Now we're going to twist this seam here into this pinch twist. And pull off the excess. And tie a knot so it's not going to come undone on us. So now we have this little triangle. So if we put the triangle here, we take our BB8 and we put him right here, the friction should hold him upright, but he still needs to be balanced. See? Now he's not falling over so much, except for there. So this works great if you're going to set him on a desk or something and leave him alone, because, you know, you just need to balance him ever so slightly until somebody bumps the desk and he falls over. That's where my next idea comes in. Get some balloons. In this case, I'm going to be using 2 350s. The color doesn't matter. Take the ends like this and start rolling them from the butt all the way down to the mouth. They don't have to be pretty, but you want them like that, so you can see that it's all rolled together. The reason I roll them up this way is because I want them to come unraveled later. The idea is that we're going to put this inside of the balloon that becomes the bottom of BB8. So get a white 5-inch round and inflate it. But before you tie it, take this and push it into the bottom and slowly let the air out as you're pushing it in from the bottom. As it gets fully deflated, you'll see that it sort of gets trapped in there like that. Now you want to work the neck over it, and this can be a little difficult, but with practice it's easy, because you just got to sort of push it through there and out to the other side. So now when I inflate this, those balloons will come all unraveled. Like that. Let some air out and tie it. So now you can see those balloons are in there. So the idea is that now it's not going to roll off or anything because those balloons are weighting it down. So when you attach a head, told you it pops a lot. So now I have the head in there, and you'll notice it's not falling over anymore because the balloons are weighting it down. Isn't that cool? It actually has like a little bit of a wobble even, sort of like a weeble wobble. Weeble wobbles, but they don't fall down. And now you can see it's not falling over anymore. You can actually poke it a little bit and it won't fall down. But chances are if you're going to be making this a lot, you won't be doing any of that. That's just for fun. Well, that's it for this video, guys. As always, if you enjoyed it, let me know by clicking that thumbs up button. And I'll see you back here next Monday with a brand new balloon animal lesson. So if you don't want to miss anything, make sure you subscribe. And if you can't wait till next Monday, check out the playlist in the description. I have over 100 balloon animal lessons. I'm Untitled, your balloon twister. Remember, you can make anything out of balloons, even BB8.